folks, guess what I'm doing? I'm rolling around in Big John. We're headed out to another show. This one's a little bit more local to me than Battle Alabama was, although I am wearing my Battle Alabama t-shirt. Always got to get a show shirt. It's just fun. But I'm actually headed to a show out in Shelbyville, which is, I don't know, about 30 minutes or so away from me. It looks to be a pretty good show. The weather's kind of crappy today. It's been raining this morning. Looks like we got about an hour or two break, and then it's probably gonna start raining this afternoon around about lunchtime or a little bit later. So don't know how long I'll be at this show, but I don't know if I'm actually gonna put Big John in the show. It's $20 registration, so I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I may just drive up there, park, and go walk around. I don't know. So yeah, so that's kind of what the plan is today. Is go up here and check out this thing. I haven't ever been to this show. There's a lot of chatter about it online. Apparently it's usually a really good one. So we'll see what it's all about. So I guess I don't know, I'm about 10 minutes from there, so I guess I'll just holler back at y'all whenever I get there. All right, so I'm out here, and it's a little thin. I'm guessing it's because of the rain from this morning. They have a lot of classes. I've actually never really, I don't enter in car shows and truck shows and stuff like that to win prizes, because I don't care. I come to look at stuff, talk to folks, show off my garbage, that type of thing. I don't care about a trophy. But anyways, yeah, there's something like 50 classes. I don't remember. That was a substantial list of classes. So apparently my truck qualified for category 21, which is pickups and panel vans from like 1988 to 2000 something. I have no idea, because they were asking me a lot of questions like, what all have you done to the truck, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, I was like, are you talking about modifications, or are you talking about just fixing? And they're like, modifications. I was like, I lowered it. What about them wheels? Them wheels look fancy. I'm like, those are factory wheels, spray painted. They're super fancy. They're like, those are factory? I'm like, yeah, just different center caps, man. And yeah, it was really, I laughed pretty good while I was going through that. But it's like, yeah, legit, only thing I've done really modification wise is the suspension. I've dropped it. They're like, oh, okay, well, I put you in this class. I'm like, okay, so right now it's just me and this Ford in my class. Oh, Jesus. I don't understand it, but I mean, some people get really upset if they don't win a trophy, and I think they should. Whatever, man, get a life. So I'm kind of chilling out here for just a few minutes, just kind of letting, I keep hearing vehicles roll in and stuff. And here in just a little bit, I'm gonna get up and do a little walk, and maybe if we see something cool, we can chit chat with some folks and find out some information about their rides or whatever. So or maybe nobody wants to talk to me. I don't know. So but anyways, I guess I'm gonna get to it here in just a few minutes, and we'll see what all we got running around out here. There's not as many cars as I was expecting out here, but there's still quite a few. There's some really nice looking things out here. So a lot of newer stuff. But yeah, Big John is stuck in class 21, so hot competition between me and this Ford. So yeah, 12 o'clock is when they close the registration out, so I might win a trophy. What do we do with the trophy? Do we blow it up? Do we run it over? I don't know, we'll see. So anyway, so let's walk around a little bit and look at some of the cool ones, not the newer stuff. is over. I had everybody's clearing out, as you can kind of see. A lot of stuff moving around. So yeah, my class there was 2 vehicles. So by default, I won a trophy. It's yeah, back there. What do I do with it? I don't. It's kind of a empty win, maybe? I don't know. I didn't win. I came in second. So basically I got last place in my class. Whatever. So what do I do with this trophy? Do I destroy it? Do I put it on a wall? Do I zip tie it to the front of the truck? I don't know. I got a couple ideas. Y'all throw some ideas down in the comments. What in the heck do I do with the stupid trophy? I don't want them. I don't care for them. I mean, it's neat, but like I said, there was 2 in my class, and I got second. I got beat by a bone stock Ford F-150. I think it was like a 2007 or 8, maybe. I don't know. It might have been newer. Yeah. Trophies are a joke. So yeah, give me some ideas down in the comments. What do I do with this fine hunk of plastic and maybe wood? I don't know what all it's made out of. So thought about zip tying it to the push bar on the front of the truck and driving around with it, you know. But nah, we ain't gonna do all that. But anyways, still a good time. A lot of cool cars, lots of cool folks, and you know, any day you can get out and enjoy a car show, it's a good day. So y'all guys get out, hit your local car shows, talk to some of these folks, you know, meet some new people, make some new friends, see some really cool rides, you know, enjoy it. So just don't be all hung up on stupid trophies. Ugh. Hey folks, so we are out, me and Krogenberg. We're out cruising. There's basically it's a cruise up and down the main drag here in Murfreesboro. And just a bunch of hot rods running up and down the drag here, going down to one end, turning around and going back, and turning around and going back. Old school cruising stuff. So extra added bonus for tonight is it's also Good Guys this weekend, which is about 15-20 miles up the road from us. So so there should be a lot of extra vehicles out here, I would hope. But we just stopped, grabbed us some dinner, and now we're gonna go cruise around. So hopefully we see some pretty cool stuff. And I guess I'll check back in with y'all a little bit later on. So big parking lot thing going on, lots of cars around, but it seems like I'm forgetting something. Let's see. Oh, well, hello there. Yeah, I'm totally gonna walk around with this. So do I just walk around with it, or I put it on the hood? I think I'll stick it on the hood.
Put it on
I have to hoist it in a. I have to hoist it so it's in a place of higher perspective. Michael, I know you'll enjoy this. Burt Reynolds would be proud. Not a Pontiac under the hood, but it's painted to look like one. Kind of what I'm thinking maybe happened on the Tempest.
Mama said I ain't right, got a bad streak a mile long. Oh, my soul is black as night, what feels right is always wrong. Whoa, like a hard, hard rain. Ain't no hero, honey, no angel face.
Really like a shoebox man. That's badass.
Oh, I ain't no saint. Oh, I'm cold as fate. I'm sharp as steel. I slice you through. Too numb to feel, too hard to prove. Oh, I ain't no saint. Mama said, honey child, you walk a lonely life. We can serve it on your diamond eye, and blood dripping from your spine. Oh, you're like a hard, hard rain. Oh, I ain't no saint. Oh, I'm cold as fate. I'm sharp as steel. I slice you through. Too numb to feel, too hard to prove. Oh, I ain't no saint.
That's pretty much it for the little cruise-in section of the cruise in Murfreesboro. So people are starting to roll out. I keep feeling a little bit of rain spitting, so you know the people that are worried about paint jobs and such and polishing up motors for the Good Guy show, they're rolling out. So I reckon we'll catch back up with you in shop. All right, we are headed into Shelbyville, Tennessee, home of the famed Tennessee walking horses. Horsies! Anyways, headed down to Shelbyville. It's a Friday night. They've got every month they're doing a cruise in through the summer down on the square in Shelbyville. Now I'm running a little behind. I'm about I don't know, about an hour behind schedule. So I will be showing up extremely fashionably late. Hopefully everybody hadn't packed up and gone home. So I'm headed down there. So we'll holler whenever we get down there. So let's see what all shows up. That's great. There's a big turnout out here. A little bit more than I was expecting. I like it. I really like this guy. As you can tell, I drove Steve today. Figure Big John's been getting a lot of attention, so I figure I'd get Steve in on a little bit of the action. Let's see what all is hanging out around here. Delta 88 convertible. Woo! Rolling deep here. I love this. I love the big body convertibles. I always wanted a Granville. Look at this turkey. Yeah. I love it. There's so much to see out here. This is crazy. There's a lot. I ain't even a quarter of the way around the square yet. This is crazy. This is bigger than the car show that they had down here a couple weeks back. Whew. I am a sucker for a 55 too. Look at that. I mean, really, come on. Look at this. What a cool little deal. I'm gonna have to come back to this one and try to get here on time. It's starting to thin out pretty good. Probably been here, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes or so. It's supposed to be over around 8. I don't even know what time it is. Hey, look at there, it's 8 o'clock. So, so yeah, pretty late getting here today. So, God, just so many cool rides. A lot of cool folks. You know, chit-chatting with some folks, seeing some friends, and just a lot to look at. So, yeah, pretty awesome. So anyhow, I guess I'm gonna jump off here, maybe go get me some dinner, and I'm gonna head back to the house, try to find something else to get into this weekend. So we will catch up with y'all later. All right, folks, so I hope you enjoyed all that. That's just over the last couple weeks. Actually, literally week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe. I don't know. There was another cruise that I went to as well. I just didn't really get any video of that one. But you know, like I said, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I really do enjoy going to cruises and car shows and stuff like that. It's always fun to kind of show off, you know, my stuff. It's not a bragging thing. It's, you know, I like to show off what I've done. So, plus, you get to meet a lot of really cool folks. You know, the guy that owned that a 37 Chevy, was at the very beginning of the video. I ran into him again, week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks later at the cruise in at the Shelbyville Square. He was driving something totally different. He was driving actually the last vehicle in the video, I believe, was a 77 Corvette, little red one. That's one of his other vehicles, and I think he said he had a Mustang too. But he came up to me, he was like, "Hey, I remember you." He goes, "Is your dually still out? Is it out here?" And I was like, "No, man." I was just like, "You had the 37, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so he's out there and chit-chatted a little bit, and he was telling me about his, you know, Corvette and a couple of his other things he's got. And I was like, "Nah, I drove Steve." So so he was walking around looking at Steve, and he really liked Steve. He thought it was really cool. Turns out he's a C10 guy as well. So I think he said his was 83, I want to say. Long bed. Anyways, you know how a lot of us car guys are. We have lots of pictures of vehicles. So, you know, we're both kind of showing each other, you know, vehicle pictures. So it's like showing off your kids. So, So anyways, we, it was kind of nice, it was neat to run into him again and chit chat a little bit more. And that's kind of the key to it. You get out, you hit up these shows, you see enough people enough times, and, you talk about different vehicles that they're in, or things that are parked around them, or they come and look at yours, whatever. You get to chit-chatting with them, and then, it's like, hey, how's it going? It may just end up being like hey, what's up? And just carrying on. But it's really neat to get to run into folks and kind of start developing little relationships here and there with fellow people in the car community. One other example is there was a guy, again, in the first part of the video. It was a 71, I want to say. It was a Firebird, that Pontiac Firebird Formula. It was that burgundy color. It was a beautiful car. It's like 80-something thousand original miles on it. Got to talking with him, and he was telling me, I was asking him about his wheels and all these other things, and I didn't realize that I think it's Year One is who he'd said. They actually make 17-inch, the 17-inch Pontiac Rally. They look like the Pontiac Rallies. They also make a 17-inch Honeycomb that'll bolt up on those. So I was just like, because I really don't want to go to a 20 and trying to find the right aftermarket, rims for the Pontiac whenever I eventually get around to doing all that. I know a lot of people put the Torquers or the Torque Thrust or whatever. They all look the same to me. I hate them. Gag. I can't stand it because everybody's got them. And it aggravates me to see those on every single hot rod. I'm just like, wow, creative. Anyways, so I didn't want to go with like a 17-inch Torque Thrust or anything like that. I wanted to go with something. I really do like the way that the Pontiac Rallies look. I didn't want to do a 15-inch wheel. I don't want to go to a 20. I'd like to maybe an 18, 17, probably 17, 18, something like that. But anyways, so, he was telling me about that. And I was like, well, crap, I never even think about that. So, and they also had a couple other names of some other companies that are fairly local, for Pontiac parts and things like that. So, so it's really cool to get to talking to these folks, and if you're not sure how to get to talking to somebody, if you're like me where you're somewhat socially awkward, once I get to know you, I'll talk your ear off and start making inappropriate jokes. But if I don't know you very well, I tend to be a little bit more reserved, a little bit quiet, things along those lines. And so, if you're kind of like me in that respect, you may not quite know how to get the conversation started. Easiest and best way to get a conversation started with somebody, especially in the car scene, is just like, tell me about this. What'd you do here? Or just start talking about, their vehicle. It's kind of a universal truth. Obviously, we like the vehicle. We've got it. We're showing it off. I would like to talk about my vehicle. So you start asking questions, man, I'm going to give you way more information than you wanted. And you can kind of just leave from there. And then, like I said, start developing some relationships with some folks. And, before you know it, you got a big group of friends that you see fairly regular at different events. Yeah, so the cruise in and the car show there at the beginning, I actually had to write it down because I couldn't remember the name of it. I do want to give credit where credit's due on that. Yeah, those were both the Celebration City Region Car Club. So apparently they do that car show annually. It's in Shelbyville. And then throughout the summertime, they do the cruise in, or I guess sponsor the cruise in there on the square in Shelbyville. And they had like food truck and live music and all this other fun stuff. It was a really good time. Tons of people, tons of stuff. I didn't record most of it because there were so many people. It was hard to record. But man, you saw all sorts of people just walking up and they just get to talking, showing off things about their vehicle. It was, man, it's a really cool time. Really kind of, brings out the best in the car community. So anyways, long story here. Get out there, go to some shows, man, especially the local ones, because then you get to knowing the folks that are in and around your area, and you can, like I said, develop some relationships there. And, it's a good time. It really is. If you're not big on going to shows, I get it. Go to some cruise-ins, man. Cruise-ins or cruises are really cool. The one in Murfreesboro, that was the second time they've done it. I want to say they were going to do it again, maybe next month. I can't remember. First time it was raining like crazy, so nobody really went. Actually, I didn't even go because I was just like, man, it's raining. It's just a pain. I don't even want to deal with it. So, but then this one, they had the Good Guys show going on the same weekend. So there was a lot of good guys and gals, that came out. Once we got out there, there was a lot of cruising going on when we first got out there, you know, old hot rods and stuff, just ripping up and down the strip responsibly. Okay. Yeah. So there was a few folks that allegedly may have done some burnouts or some, you know, some launches and other fun activities. But for the most part, there was a ton of them out there, up, you know, just cruising up and down the strip. It was a really good time. We did a lap around the strip, but by the time we got done eating and decided to go hit the strip, most everybody already posted up in that one parking lot. There was a couple other parking lots that had, you know, 4 to 10 vehicles in it, but that one parking lot that we were in was where the majority of the old hot rods and everything was. So again, there was a lot more there that I couldn't film because just there was tons of people walking around, you know, chit-chatting and hanging out. So all in all, really good time. So yeah, so I really hope y'all guys enjoyed that. I know the car show videos, they don't do that well because it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. You know, but again, this past week, been busy, been really tired. I'm not sure exactly why, but have not had the energy to get out here to the shop and actually work on stuff. So, right now the motor is still sitting over here with a bag on it. And, what do we have here? The heads are just kind of hanging out over here. I got to finally talk to Crook, and, of course, you know, he scolded me for putting any type of grease or anything on the mains. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I was just like, man, I don't want metal on metal just sitting here in case I accidentally bump it. I don't want to booger nothing up. And I figure since it was such a thin layer, it's not going to be anything major. So yeah, I know you're not supposed to do that, but I did it. So yeah. But we did talk about the cylinder walls a little bit more, and I went ahead and ordered one of the 3-jaw stone, you know, bore hones, and got it with a more aggressive grit to it. It's 220, I think, 220 grit. So I guess that way I can get in there and try to hammer out those last couple, those last 2 cylinders on passenger side, number 5 and 7, because those 2 cylinders were the worst. Number 5 was pretty bad. So I'll hit it with that when that gets here. Of course, now it's Memorial Day weekend. So I got to wait till, I think I said it'll be here Wednesday or Thursday. So, it'll show up sometime next week, and then I'll pull everything back apart on the motor and, you know, rehone. So get to rehoning on that guy again. I'll probably just go ahead and just do all the cylinders one more time, just to make sure everything's copacetic. So, really enjoyed getting Steve out. Love this truck. You know, I did say that there's something weird going on in the rear end. There is something weird going on. I still haven't jacked it up to figure out what the problem is. That's actually on deck. Maybe sometime this week, maybe not. I don't know. But I got to get that figured out. And I got a few little general maintenance things to do to the dually, since I've been driving a crap out of it here lately. So so those may be coming up here soon. I don't know. If y'all guys want to see more on Steve and the dually, let me know. Drop a comment down below. So anyways, you know, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Y'all guys get out there, enjoy your local car shows, cruise-ins, cars and coffees, those type of things. It's not all about, you know, that shop life, living in the shop. Get out there and enjoy your vehicle, drive it, meet other people, you know, have a good time with it. That's what they're for. It's not supposed to just sit in the shop and be worked on all the time. Eventually it'll be on the road and it'll get the crap driven out of it. But yeah, get out there, enjoy them. you know, don't just live in the shop working on them. Get out there and enjoy them. And then, you know, like I said, share it so other people can kind of see what you're doing. And, you know, maybe you'll develop some friendships out of it that you wouldn't have, you know, otherwise. So, anyways, I do appreciate y'all guys watching, and we will see y'all next week. And just remember, it ain't got to be perfect, just good enough. And sometimes good enough wins you a trophy. Stupid trophies. Y'all take it easy.